Hi everyone, it's Emma Noel. We finally have some more CERN news. I've been keeping up to date with their website and their Twitter feed, and there really hasn't been any informative posts in quite some time, but finally we have something interesting to talk about. They're actually reporting on some things. Here is one of the first articles I want to present, and it is about this mini RFQ, where they've created this type of device in order to, quote, cure cancer. What I find so interesting about this is that they are using this smaller version of the LHC to emit frequencies. And as some of you know, matter is actually made up of sound. The matter uses the sound to create a form and a shape. And what is sound? Frequencies. And with a frequency, you can change consciousness. So now they have these mini accelerators that they're planning on putting in hospitals. The miniature accelerator, the image that most people have of CERN, is of its enormous accelerators and their capacity to accelerate particles to extremely high energies. But thanks to some cutting-edge studies on beam dynamics and radio frequency technology, along with innovative construction techniques, teams at CERN have now created their first module of a brand new accelerator, which will be just 2 meters long. The potential uses of this miniature accelerator will include deployment in hospitals for the production of medical isotopes and the treatment of cancer. It's a real David and Goliath story. So now they're even making it biblical. Another thing I find interesting is what they're doing with these frequencies is they're using them to change emotions. They want a lot of people in the frequency of fear. Because when you feel love, it activates your DNA, according to these studies that they've done. The DNA acts as an antenna, receiver and transmitter of photons and sound. So by manipulating frequencies and photons with beams, they can manipulate the DNA and further activate it or keep it toned down, which is what they very well could be doing using CERN and these mini accelerators. The next article I want to present is your update on the LHC. The LHC is back in collision mode. All systems are go once again for physics at the Large Hadron Collider. On Saturday evening, proton collisions resumed at the world's most powerful accelerator, and the experiments began collecting data once more. At present, 152 bunches of protons are circulating in each direction in the 27-kilometer machine. But the goal is to increase the number of protons over the next 2 weeks to close to 1,000 bunches per beam. So what I get from this is the more protons that they have circulating in the beams, the more chances they have for collisions. For several days, the LHC had temporarily halted data collection to chase electron clouds out of its beam pipes. These electrons generated in cascades destabilized the beam and compromised the operation of the accelerator at high intensity, i.e., at more than 1,000 bunches per beam. The cleaning operation was successful since the operators succeeded in circulating up to 1,200 proton bunches in each beam at the LHC's injection energy, 450 gigaelectron volts. This phase allowed the electron clouds to be dissipated and the beam stability to be improved. Since Friday, the LHC has been back in operation at its nominal collision energy of 13 tera-electron volts. The operators can now increase the number of bunches circulating in the machine, spaced apart by 50 nanoseconds. The LHC experiments will continue to collect data until the end of July. A new cleaning phase is then scheduled to allow the beam intensity to be increased even further by reducing the amount of space between the bunches by 50%. So I imagine at that point they'll be ramping up even further than 13 tera electron volts. I know their goal is quite higher than that. I'm not exactly sure what tera electron volts they are aiming for, but I know this is just the beginning. Throughout the next couple years, they're going to be ramping it up more and more. And all of this is being done in the name of science when really we know it's much more spiritual than that. They are using these to find new particles in the universe, to find the glue in the universe, to where they can start manifesting things by using frequencies and new particles. So this is only the beginning with this. It's very important. I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated. Stay tuned for more updates. We have a whole CERN playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Emma Noel signing off.